Dating can be so exciting and also fun, but sometimes you're left wondering, is she really into me or is she just being polite? Well, nobody wants to waste time chasing after somebody who's already halfway out the door. Now, I know that you guys have been saying that women are confusing for decades, maybe even millennia. Are we really that confusing? I don't really think so. But it's clear to me that some of you guys could use a little help in clarifying the signals that we're sending. The good news is that most of the time, there are clear signs that she's just not interested. You really just need to know what to look for, and that's what we're tackling today. 7 signs she's not into you. This isn't about pointing fingers, it's about recognizing the signs early so that you can save yourself time, energy, maybe even a little heartbreak. That sounds intriguing. I hope you'll stick around because that's what's on the agenda. We all get busy. Life happens. Work deadlines pile up, errands don't run themselves, and somehow you've got a dentist appointment, a grocery run, and your cousin's birthday all on the same day. But here's the truth. When someone really likes you, they'll make time. If every time you suggest hanging out, she hits you with, "Oh, I'd love to, but this week is just crazy," and then doesn't follow up with a new plan, my friend, she's not juggling her schedule. She's juggling a way to let you down easily. Let's keep it real. Nobody is too busy for someone they're genuinely excited about. If she's not making space for you in her life, even for something simple and quick like coffee or a FaceTime chat, then you're not on her priority list. So here's a tip. Stop chasing. If you're the one who's always pushing for plans and you're only getting vague excuses in return, just take a step back. You deserve someone who says, let's figure something out, instead of, I'm just so slammed right now. Let's talk about effort, because relationships thrive on mutual effort, not one person doing all the heavy lifting. If you're always the one texting first, you're the one calling and suggesting plans, guess what? You're not her priority again. And here's the deal. If someone likes you, you'll hear from them. It doesn't have to be a Shakespearean sonnet or a daily check-in, but she'll find some small way to let you know that she's thinking about you. A quick meme, a funny text, or just a simple, hey, how's your day going? If your chat history looks like a monologue of you saying, hey, what's up? While she's over there responding like you're her dentist confirming an appointment, it's time to hit pause. Here's a little experiment we could try. Stop texting her for a few days. Does she notice? Does she reach out? If the answer's no, well, then you've got your answer. She's not as invested as you are. And no, she's just not a big texter isn't an excuse. People make time for who they care about, even if it's a quick thinking of you text while they're on their lunch break. The point isn't to punish her or to play games here. It's to recognize when someone values you, your time, your energy, and then when they don't. Okay, let's be honest. Nobody wants to hear about hilarious Dave from accounting or helpful Bob next door while you're sitting across the table trying to charm her. If she's constantly dropping other guys' names into the conversation, it's not accidental. It's a clear sign that she sees you as a friend or a buddy, not a potential boyfriend. Now, don't get me wrong. Women have male friends. I've got a bunch of them. I promote having friends of the other gender. That's totally fine. But when she's spending more time talking about how much she appreciates Bob's handy lawnmower skills than she is about the great time you're actually having together, it's time to take the hint. And here, if she's into you, you'll feel like the main character in her stories, not a random supporting role in her sitcom. If you're hearing too much about Dave's jokes or Bob's muscles or how helpful he is, then she's just not that into you. Here's a little tip. Words can lie, but body language, that's the truth serum of human interaction. If she's leaning away from you, crossing her arms, or doing everything in her power to avoid physical closeness, her interest level isn't exactly sky high. Now compare that to someone who's into you. They're going to lean in when you talk, their eyes are going to light up, and they might even accidentally brush your arm or your hand. If her body language screams, I'd rather be somewhere else, don't ignore that. Oh, and here's a big one. The phone check. If she's scrolling Instagram while you're trying to share a story, she's just not engaged. Body language never lies. Pay attention to the signals her body is sending, not just the words coming out of her mouth. We should totally hang out sometime. If you've heard this phrase and thought, great, when? Only to get radio silence, you're dealing with someone who's not ready to commit to a coffee date, let alone a relationship. When a woman's interested, she'll make plans. She won't leave you guessing or hanging on with vague promises of sometime. She'll say, how about Thursday? Or let's do this weekend. Specificity equals interest. Vagueness, that's her way of keeping you at arm's length without saying the dreaded, I'm just not that into you. It's hard to say that to somebody. You know, you wouldn't want to do it either. Here's a tip. Toss the ball in her court. Say, let me know when you're free and we'll figure something out. If her answer is anything less than enthusiastic, or worse, she never even gets back to you, you've got all the clarity that you need. Look, we all forget things sometimes, but if you've told her 3 times that your favorite hobby is playing guitar, and the 4th time she says, wait, you play guitar? That's not forgetfulness. That's indifference. When we care about someone, we remember the little things, what makes them laugh, their favorite foods, their stories about growing up. If she's consistently forgetting things about you that you've told her, it's because she's just not paying attention and she's not making an effort to keep these details in mind. So if you feel like she's just not curious about you or your life, or she isn't paying attention, it's not because she's bad with details. It's because she's not truly invested in getting to know the person. The person is you. You deserve better. Flirting is the universal language of attraction. Whether it's teasing you, complimenting you, doing both of those at the same time, or finding little subtle excuses to touch your arm. It's how we like to say, hey, I like you, without actually having to say it, which is hard, as you know. If she's treating you like her coworker from accounting, laughing politely at your jokes and maintaining a space of 3 feet at all times, well, then there's no spark and likely just no interest on her part. But here's a quick test you could try. You do a little playful flirting yourself. Compliment her or tease her about her favorite coffee order. Make her laugh. If she shuts down and doesn't respond, or she keeps things kind of formal, it's time to move on. Attraction should feel mutual, not like you're trying to push a boulder up a hill. Yeah, I know. It's never fun to realize that someone that you are interested in doesn't feel the same way and they're not into you. But there is a silver lining. It frees you up to find somebody who is. Relationships should feel exciting, mutual, and even more so in the beginning. And the reality is not everybody's going to like you. You're not everybody's cup of coffee or tea. It's the same for all of us across the board. We can't be for everyone. And think about it from your own perspective. You don't like or feel attracted to everyone you meet either, do you? You'd say no if you're being honest with yourself. If she's not giving you the time, attention, or interest you deserve, don't waste your energy trying to win her over. The right woman won't leave you guessing. She'll make it obvious that she wants you in her life, and you won't have to do mental gymnastics to figure out how she feels. I hope you found that interesting or helpful. If you did, you might want to check out this episode on how to tell the difference between chemistry and compatibility. And hey, before you go, give my mom her thumbs up. She's been working harder on this channel than most people work on their New Year's resolutions. Or click the thumbs up like it's the button to turn up your thermostat on a freezing January morning. Don't forget to subscribe. Appreciate you being here. I'll look forward to next time. And until then, have a good one.